Gladiator Arena, Los Angeles, California. It's the only place to be when America's best contenders take on the American Gladiators. Hi everyone, I'm Mike Adamle along with Larry Zonka. Once again this week, 2 more preliminary round matches, and we're going to give our contenders an early wake-up call with Powerball. Larry, who do you like?
Well, a kid from a town I'm fairly familiar with, Jayson Yao from Miami, Florida. He works for the Barnett Bank down there. He's 6 foot, 195 pounds. We're looking for some great things from him.
He'll be going against Vince Granger, 30 years old, from Silver Spring, Maryland, an information specialist and an outstanding rugby player. Our Gladiators 3, it'll be Tower, it'll be Turbo, and it will be Laser. Triple trouble for our contenders, and Powerball is brought to you by Nintendo. Makers of Super NES, now you're playing with Power, Super Power. A look at the scoring breakdown, 45 seconds to time limit. Vince Granger opens up, nice move and powers past Turbo. That doesn't happen often.
Vince in a world of trouble.
Trying to go for that center cylinder. They had to double team him as a result. Jayson able to score. Here comes Jayson going for that center cylinder. Vince has one, rolls out.
Vince said the secret to this event is to wait, play off that endurance at the end of it when the Gladiators are tired. He said they're big, they're heavy. Might be able to out-endure them.
10 seconds left. Vince Granger lunges over Laser. Jayson Yao underneath Turbo. And that is it. Rough, tough, rugged. That's what Powerball is all about, but our contenders stood the test against Turbo, Laser, and Tower. Excellent match.
Great move here. Vince Granger's going to make a nice move left and then head for that center cylinder. And what that does is force a shift in the Gladiators' coverage pattern. That gives Jayson an advantage. Power now has to worry about Vincent scoring in the center so that he effectively screens off Jayson, and Jayson just runs unmolested for 2 points.
Now from ground level, and a look at the work of Laser, who specializes in the big hit.
And Mike, you know I give an award for those big hits, and here's one that's even bigger. That's definitely a Zonka.
Laser, people don't have any idea how long 45 seconds can be when you're playing Powerball, do they?
The contenders were tough. I just compare all the years we've been doing this, and these contenders are here to win.
Yeah. The Samuel Goldwyn Company presents the American Gladiators.
We're in the heart of our second half season, our preliminary round competition continuing here on the American Gladiators. In the men's competition, Vince Granger and Jayson Yao tied at 4 after one event. Jayson, very impressive.
Well, Mike, he's an all-around athlete, excels at everything, and I think he impressed us most in the practice rounds with his ability to fly up the wall. I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Well, Larry, that's down the road, but first up, women's Powerball, and our 2 contenders, fine all-around athletes. 24-year-old Cherrise Traylor from Houston, Texas, a physical therapist. Her opponent for this preliminary round match will be 22-year-old Katy Ramsey, a sales clerk from Davis, California. Among her athletic endeavors, soccer, softball, basketball, and yes, even hockey. More on that later. For the Gladiators, Zap, Siren, and their partner will be Storm this time around in women's Powerball.
Contenders ready?
Cherrise, a fine track and field athlete. Katy also pursuing a firefighting career. Zap means business right away as she wraps up Katy, but Cherrise at long reach and good speed scores, and Katy scores as well. Ooh, nice move there. Siren gets there a little too late. Again, teamwork and coordination, very important for our Gladiators. When they get a bit confused, it's to the benefit of our 2 contenders. I don't know if either of those goals count.
It appeared they were out of bounds coming back in. Katy said she's motivated by fear. I guess a rock climber would be.
5 seconds ago, despite the double team by Zap and Siren, Katy puts one last one in. Time has expired. Excellent start for Katy Ramsey and Cherrise Traylor.
And here's a situation where Zap just has too much to handle. She's forced to cover both contenders while her teammates are at the opposite end. Now you'll see Katy Ramsey in the pink at the bottom of your screen pulls a great fake right there. which freezes Zap. And all Zap can do is try to catch up with Cherrise Traylor. But luckily, Storm is there to save the day.
Now up close on how Katy put Zap in the deep freeze. A lot of deception in this contender's stride. Cherrise Traylor, also excellent, using her speed to score there. Breakthrough and conquer the next event. We'll have at it right away. Our men are set. Viper will be in the conquering turbo. Will man breakthrough, and there's his record, beaten only once. First up, Vince Granger. He is tied right now with Jayson Yao after one event. Chance for the contenders to pick up 10 points, 5 if they're successful in breakthrough, 5 if they're successful in conquer.
Gladiator, ready?
Pretty decent moves by Vince Granger, but turbo on each and every one of them drives him out of bounds.
Vince with almost too many moves. Gives Turbo an opportunity to grab both legs. He does that, rolls out of bounds, and may have bruised his own knee a little.
On to the conquering now for Vince Granger. Vince trying to shoot that single leg. Viper counters. 9 seconds left on the clock.
Nice.
Oh yeah, had him upside down, and he drove Viper backwards.
Great reverse on Viper.
Vince Granger picks up 5 points. In the Gladiators' defense, it is much easier to pull someone out than to try to stay in there yourself. Well, enter the Dragon. Jayson Yao, that's his nickname, the Dragon. His high school football coach gave him that because of the way he was able to hit people on the field. His entire family is here. His 2 parents, his 3 brothers, Joe, Josh, and Jeff, and his girlfriend, Kim Churchill, all watching now.
Contender ready? Gladiator,
Jayson, like
ready?
Vince, going to try to utilize 3 moves. 1, 2.
Whoa, yeah. What he added that Vince didn't was that spin move at the end.
Great spin move. Kept that a secret.
Remember the Roadrunner? Neep, neep. Gone.
Hey, check out a classic halfback head fake. Jayson looking in one direction. His whole body's pointed that way, but watch his feet. He's going to cut back sharply. This kind of throws Laser off balance. And then Jayson finishes with a regular football ballet spin move here.
The Dragon breathing fire.
Ready?
Look of determination on Viper's face.
Jayson Yao, a 4 sports star at Archbishop Curley High School in Florida. One of those sports, wrestling, where he was his high school MVP. He gets the full complement of points, 10.
I can believe that MVP action for wrestling was a bridge technique that he took Viper out with. Unbelievable. That's going to be awfully hard on the spine.
Well, our women are now set to go. Katy Ramsey, the first contender, currently enjoying a 4-point lead over Cherrise Traylor. Siren undefeated in breakthrough. Electra will man the conquer ring. Remember, Siren is hearing impaired. You can see Storm in the background about to give her the signal to start.
One move doesn't get it. She's still alive.
Kept her balance. She's going to try to stand.
Great job.
I'll tell you what, Siren had her dead to rights, and I don't know how Katy kept her balance, but she did change direction a couple of times and picked up the 5 points.
Siren's got her all wrapped up, swings her thinking she's going out of bounds. Katy recovers. Matter of fact, she didn't even need this last fake right here. She could have made it before that.
And as we mentioned in Powerball, Katy Ramsey's stride, very deceptive. She also knows how to spike this thing, too. Well, maybe not. On to the conquer ring she goes, where Electra stands ready. And Katy's got 15 seconds. You better get low, girl. 5 seconds to go. Katy tries, she might, not having much success with Electra. So she'll have to settle for 5 points, but that's not bad against Siren Electra.
Electra, one counter move after another, managing to reverse that momentum each time and stay inside that circle. May have twisted her ankle a little bit in the process.
Cherrise Traylor now will get her chance, a member of the volleyball and track and field teams at Rice University. Hoping to shine here in breakthrough.
Gonna try one big move. Yeah, she lost the ball on top of it. Nice grab by Siren.
Essentially, really what she did to Katy Ramsey, only Katy was able to kind of squirt free and keep her balance. All right, let's see if Cherrise has any more luck with Electra than Katy did. Oh, she does. She does. He went to work on her in a hurry, and the woman who is hoping to become a member of our 1996 Olympic team in track and field as a triple jumper picks up 5 points in breakthrough and conquer.
Had to get one of those.
And when Cherrise isn't excelling at sports, she's helping people as a physical therapy aide. The Viper Man ascending the platform. Ah, my public, they love me. The name of the event, Hang Tough, he's ready. Contenders have 60 seconds across this grid of 55 rings. If they can get to the Gladiators platform, it is worth 10 points. Vince Granger trailing by 5. Well, he's got a powerful upper body, but so does Viper, and Viper excellent in this event.
So the important thing is not to lose your head. Keep your momentum, use your speed, and be able to react to the Gladiator. And that is just the short version of what he said.
Here's the long version. Viper
Here's the
in your
end
face.
version.
It's all over.
Well, that was a great game plan, but he didn't follow it. He just swung right down the rings and made it easy for Viper to strip him off.
Time now for the Dragon, Jayson Yao. Let's see what he can do against Viper. You better hang on, Jayson, because I'm ready for you.
Gladiator, ready!
Both men on their way.
Jayson a little more cautious. He's going to wait and let Viper make a move.
You gotta move, Viper! 5.
Jayson doing that quick turnaround, trying to go sideways, missed the ring. Viper stretching out those legs, and he's got him wrapped up. 30 seconds to go.
Viper hamming it up a little bit. Not him off there yet. There you go.
So Viper goes 2 for 2 and hang tough. No points for either Vince Granger or Jayson Yao.
Oh, and this is trademark Viper. He's going to seize the moment, savor the moment. He's going to rub it in as much as possible. He knows he has Jayson off those rings.
The women are next, and for this contender, Katy Ramsey, hanging tough, a way of life. Let's meet her. Today, she's a sales clerk in Davis, California, a stop along the way as Katy Ramsey nears her lifelong dream of being a firefighter.
To me, it's a medium between being a police officer and a paramedic. And when you're on the scene, you're in control of what's going on. So when everything's hectic and everyone's out of control, they look to you.
It seems Katy has prepared a lifetime for the Gladiators. She grew up playing ice hockey and later joined the Army to see if she could handle the rigors of basic training.
I enjoy knowing that if I can outpower somebody with physical contact, that gives me a good feeling because it just tells me I approached the whole situation correctly.
Katy, who leads Cherrise by 4 points, will need to be tough because no one's tougher in this event than Storm.
Gladiator, ready!
Both women on their way. 60 seconds the time limit. Katy certainly doesn't look intimidated. Storm crossing over with the greatest of ease. And Katy has to back off a bit. Storm now doing the chasing. And Larry Thompson may have something to say about this particular matchup because Storm grabbed a hold of Katy's belt.
Katy told me if they trap me, I've got a great grip. I can hang in there. Oh, down she goes.
That great grip was good, but not good enough. But Here's the ruling from Larry Thompson.
We have a disqualification in the match against Storm grabbing the helmet harness in order to pull in the contender. So therefore, 10 points awarded to the contender on the disqualification.
So a big break for Katy Ramsey, but those were not gift points. Larry Thompson right on top of things.
Fairly obvious, you can see it right here. Storm wouldn't have a hold of her if it wasn't for grabbing that battery belt.
As a result, Katy now leads 25-11, but Cherrise will get her turn right now against Storm.
I'm ready to rock and roll and to climb some trees.
Storm, you are always ready.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready!
Storm not about to make the same mistake she did with Katy. You can bet she's going to keep her hands free of that belt that Cherrise is wearing. I don't have any idea in the world why Cherrise is smiling.
Me neither.
Oh, man.
Got a look of determination on her face.
Look at Storm trying to pry Cherise's fingers loose. She's got one hand going. Cherrise is ready for the fall. Now it's Storm who's hanging tough. Well, I don't think we've ever seen that before. Here on American Gladiators.
He didn't want to land on her. That was pretty nice of Storm.
So Katy Ramsey will take a 14-point lead into the next event. That next event, the wall. Here at Gladiator Arena, contenders and gladiators are equipped in their harnesses for a chance to attack and climb this 32-foot wall.
This is a disadvantage. See, he doesn't know that, though. I'm still gonna catch him.
Jayson Yao wearing the climbing shoes, Turbo telling him it won't matter a bit. Jayson has the lead right now.
What Turbo doesn't know is that Jayson has been practicing for this event for some time. Right here, he's scaling a wall in Miami.
This is a free climb, of course, here at Gladiator Arena. It's not so free.
This guy hooked in?
Let's hope so. If not, I'm gonna land on you.
Tower, we're playing with Vince Granger's mind a little bit. Don't worry, Vince.
No problem.
Those harnesses are plenty sturdy. First man up will get 10 points. Again, the contenders given a 10-second head start. Getting over that first hump is the key thing. Jayson Yao did that, and he's still alive as Vince Granger gets pulled off by Tower. Turbo is right on Jayson's heels.
Jayson getting up to that point on the inside chimney where there's not many grips.
Again, that left ankle so perilously close to Turbo's grip, and down he goes. So Jayson's got a free run here. Oh, man!
Oh, Mike, it looks like you got to go to the outside. You just can't stay with that chimney all the way up.
And upon further review, Jayson does a great job of shooting up the wall, but he gets a little ahead of himself here. He did so well in the practice rounds that he told me this was going to be an easy 10 points. But right there, he needs a foothold to continue to climb. But where's he put that foot? The answer is nowhere. He swings off, and as a result, Jayson, for a sure 10 points, comes up with 0.
Our women will go at it now. Cherrise Traylor, as I mentioned before, aiming for the 1996 Olympics as a triple jumper. Her personal best, 42 feet, 7 inches. Here she is as a member of the Rice Owls track team. Storm doesn't give a hoot about that. Katy Ramsey, who leads by 14, will have Diamond chasing her. Thumbs up, baby.
Contenders ready!
Cherrise Traylor told me that she doesn't like this event at all. Hates it.
Again, the two contenders trying to make the most of their 10-second head start. Here come the Gladiators. Already Storm with a toe hold on Cherrise. She gets away. Katy gets away from Diamond. Off the wall goes Diamond. Katy has reached sort of a dead end. Cherrise is trying to hang on. Storm's got a hold of her ankle. Diamond has made up a lot of ground after initially falling off. 20 seconds left to go. Can Katy Ramsey hang on? She's mighty close to that top. Come on, Katy, do it. Oh, man, she had her hand on that upper rung. But Diamond, what an effort by Diamond. Diamond fell off, had to climb back up again, so that was the equivalent of a 20-second head start. And still she was able to pluck off Katy Ramsey.
Mike, in my seasons on American Gladiators, I don't remember ever seeing a more superb effort than what Diamond puts forth here. She slips in her attempts to pull Katy Ramsey off the wall. But does that stop her? No way. And look at all the distance she has to make up. But staying cool and collected as Diamond usually does, she climbs back up that wall as Katy gets stalled near the top. You know that right about here, Katy's beginning to hear Diamond's footsteps. And Diamond, well, she just keeps on climbing. Unbelievable. What determination. She almost has it. And finally, success. All you young gladiators at home, let this be a lesson to you in sticking to the job until it's done.
It's halftime here on the American Gladiators. We have seen some good performances here in this men's and women's preliminary round competition. Well, Larry, in the men's competition, Jayson Yao has a 14-9 lead over his opponent, Vince Granger. He, too, like Katy Ramsey, mighty close to getting the 10 in the wall, and then he went down. He's standing by live in the contender locker room. And Jayson, first of all, were you deflated? Are you deflated a little bit by not getting the 10 in the wall? And how is that going to affect you going into the second half of this competition?
That's all done in the past. I can't let it bother me right now. You know, competing throughout the years, you can't let anything like that bother you. You know, I'm disappointed, but it's over with. I forgot about it already.
Okay, in that positive vein, your thoughts about going against Viper in the Joust 2 events from now?
Well, that's going to be fun. Viper's a great competitor. He's really strong. Hopefully I can get him off balance. You know, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, the man that Jayson has to face, Viper, is standing by in the Gladiators locker room. Viper, there's something about your athletic talent, your competitive spirit. All the contenders want to face you, and I think that's a compliment.
I went against Jayson twice earlier and took my first loss in the Conquering this year. I was not too happy about it. Came back in the hang tough, and I'm really looking forward to this joust. It won't be fun. I heard his interview. It's not going to be fun, but it will be a good competition.
And while we're waiting for that, we'll tell you that up next is the maze. A puzzle, a mystery, a maze. That's what our contenders will try to solve. After 4 events, Katy Ramsey leads Cherrise Traylor 25-11. Time for them to take on our den of confusion. Lethal labyrinth called the maze. They've got 45 seconds to get through this thing. There's 4 gladiators inside there. There's Electra, Diamond, Zap, and Storm.
Well, from our elevated position, the maze doesn't look too tough. That seems fairly simple, doesn't it? Well, it is from up here, but believe me, it isn't from down there, particularly when there are 4 gladiators at hand.
Again, there's only one correct solution here. If one of these 2 contenders can get through unscathed, then in 45 seconds or less, they'll earn 10 points. If both make it through, the second one will get 5. Uh-oh, there's Zap waiting for Cherrise.
Cherrise says, no way, I'm going the other way. And holy Moses, there's Storm.
Diamond found Cherrise, so did Electra. Katy Ramsey back where she started from. 10 seconds left on the clock. Cherrise Traylor getting closer, but looks like she's going to run out of time. She had it there for a second. This is going to end up as a draw. No points for either woman. Call out the Bloodhounds, Larry.
This is particularly frustrating. Now to add a little insult to injury, Electra's going to walk them through it.
Well, this is what Katy was seeing. A lot of dead ends. And on occasion, Zap. Oh, man. And then there's always a storm to rain on your parade. Turbo, Cyclone, Viper, and Tower will provide the opposition inside the maze for our 2 male contenders, Jayson Yao and Vince Granger. Jayson at the moment with the 5-point lead. Vince, well acquainted with roughhouse tactics, played varsity rugby, was a star at Towson State, and here's the Maryland Old Boy in action. The Maryland Old Boys, a national championship rugby team that Vince is playing for now.
Now referee Larry Thompson about to send the Contenders on their quest for a possible 10 points. Well, I don't suspect there is any strategy in this thing. You just go for the gusto and hope you make the right darn decision. Oh. Jayson Yao just took a whale from Viper.
Okay, Jayson,
20 seconds to go.
Oh, long way now.
15 seconds. Jayson get a little closer. Oh yeah, he could have it.
Turn.
Jayson Yao. Oh, there's Tower. Tower possibly keeping him away from points.
3, 2, 1.
He done it. He made it with 2 seconds to spare, Larry. Vince going, doggone it.
Jayson must have had a clock inside of his head because he made that desperation lunge at the end.
Well, if he had a clock inside his head, Jayson Yao took a licking and kept on ticking. Every one of the Gladiators got a chance at poor Jayson.
The human pinball. Forget this dragon stuff.
But any way you can get in the end zone. Sometimes it's not pretty.
But for Jayson, it's effective. Question is, does he have anything left? He better. The Joust is next. One-on-one, Contender versus Gladiator. Hit me with your best shot. It's the Joust. And the women will start things off. Cherrise Traylor trailing by 14 points to Katy Ramsey. Cherrise, the prospect's not looking good for more points here because she goes against Storm.
Oh.
She's defensive, all right.
She better move that stick around. Oh,
another huge overhand left. Somehow Cherrise Traylor hanging in there. She's got 10 more seconds.
Oh, man, she's got to move that stick around. That's horse feathers. She's just a sitting duck. Well, she made it.
She gets the 5 points, Larry.
But it's horse feathers, Mike. The reason I say that is she stays right behind this line. She's got that back foot anchored like a ship's anchor, takes on a defensive posture, and that's not what this event is all about. You've got to go on the offensive. You've got to make an effort to get the 10 points. As a result, her strategy just gives her 5 points.
Because I can't even reach her. I can't even reach her from, and I'm really straining.
Storm stating her case to our referee Larry Thompson, but to no avail, at least for the moment anyway. Katy Ramsey up there on the platform now. Storm has to get back up there again. Katy, between her junior and senior years in high school, joined the Army, went through basic training to get tougher. Let's see if it pays off here. Again, 30 seconds to time limit, and man, Storm is working her over. That one didn't last too long.
Couple of heavy shots to the head. Right here, I think we've got to qualify that as a zonk. That hit deserves an award.
Well, clearly Storm was in a bad mood after her draw against Cherrise Traylor, and you have to give Katy some credit anyway for just enduring the storm, weathering the storm, as it were. About time she went down. Okay, Vince Granger now for the men. He needs points in a bad way. And this is the man he draws, Viper, who is the subject of our Ask a Gladiator segment. John Farkle writes, "Dear Viper, do you ever psych out your opponent before an event? How?"
Yeah, John, I definitely do psych people out. I walk around pacing, and that's not really to psych them out, that's really to psych me up. And I think it has the same effect on them by psyching them out. They've got to be thinking through their mind that this guy's crazy and, you know, he's going to get the job done. And usually that's the way it works. I look the contenders in the eyes all the time, and it's gotta strike fear. And usually I feel it when I can see it in their eyes.
And if you'd like to write Viper or any of our Gladiators, there's the address. Well, I don't know if Vince Granger is fearful of Viper. Let's find out. Viper's got him in trouble, grabbing Vince's stick, and that, of course, is a no-no, an automatic disqualification. Viper gets the hook. Granger gets the 10 points.
A lot of things happen, but the bottom line is Granger gets the points.
We have a disqualification against the Gladiator Viper for grabbing his opponent's stick and pulling him across. 10 points, contender.
Let's look at it. Viper takes the killer shot and misses, loses his balance, and as a result, grabs the contender's stick and loses the match.
Not quite sure what Viper was thinking about up there.
The heat, the steam coming from Viper's head about to melt that helmet. He's so hot after what happened against Vince Granger.
Sometimes Viper his own worst enemy.
Jayson said defense is the key.
But it's Jayson Yao who was offensively, at least initially. Viper hitting Jayson with some serious shots. Larry Thompson warning Jayson, you gotta get up, you gotta attack. Viper wailing away on Jayson Yao. 10 seconds to go. Oh my goodness! Woo!
Well, the contenders go 2 for 2.
Jayson Yao just getting the stuffing knocked out of him at the hands of Viper, but all of a sudden he comes back and comes back hard and quickly. Lands one to Viper's head, gets him a little off balance. As a result, down goes Viper.
It is crunch time here at Gladiator Arena, our crunch time event. Human cannonball, where the swing is the thing. A look at our two Gladiators atop their platform and our two contenders. Katy Ramsey leading Cherrise Traylor by 7 at the moment. Katy draws Siren. Cherrise will have to go against Storm. Siren has been a rock in this event, and you can see Elektra giving her the signal to get ready. Contenders will get in that nice tight tuck. Every successful swing is worth 5 points.
Katy Ramsey and Cherrise Traylor will get 2 swings. This is the first one. Katy able to knock Siren off, and Cherrise did the same thing to Storm.
Cherrise getting the nice tight tuck. He's doubled up well, appears to have a good straight line. Storm standing flat-footed, doesn't come forward to meet the momentum, and as a result is swept off the platform.
Now watch Katy Ramsey. Like Cherrise, the tuck is there. She looks like the human cannonball, and Siren can't keep her balance.
That's something you don't see often there, Siren coming off.
So the two women will flip-flop Gladiators now. Cherrise gets Siren. Katy on Storm. Here they come. And down they go. At least Storm, anyway. Katy Ramsey picks up the full 10. Cherrise gets 5.
Katy delivering the big hit on the left of your screen. It appeared that Storm was going to make the turnaround and stay, but at the last second, she lost her balance.
To the men we go, where Jayson Yao leads 34-19 on Vince Granger. They are set to swing against the Tower of Power and Cyclone.
Jayson with that 200 pounds, he's got a real advantage if he can double up into a tight ball.
Vince gets in that tuck. Not allowed to extend his feet. Both Tower and Cyclone take on the hits, so no points there.
Jayson did a good job of doubling up into a ball, but he really came off his line. Should pull a nice straight line right at the Gladiator. He came off to the left a little bit.
Well, we're going to give him another chance, as we always do in this event. Swing number 2. Again, it may look harmless, but believe me, the Gladiators are at a distinct disadvantage in this event. Momentum all on the side of the Contenders.
Here they come, swing number 2, tower. Whoa! There it goes. Cyclone takes them both on.
And Jayson Yao adds 5 more points to his total. He'll take a 10-second lead, head start time, that is, into the Eliminator.
Good tuck, good swing by Jayson. Tower not stepping in, as a result is blown off the top of the platform. Jayson a happy camper. Lots of hitting in Cannonball.
Great hits are commonplace here in Gladiator Arena, and we want to take a look at the best of the best in this installment of Zonka's Sauce.
First of all, I listened to myself, regardless of what everyone else told me, which is, you can't do that. You won't be able to do this. You can't, you know, and if it's a physical thing, if it's athletic, if it's writing, if it's school, if it's anything, I mean, I can do anything. The only thing I can't do is here.
Welcome back to Gladiator Arena, Los Angeles, California, and the Eliminator. The last chance for Houston's Cherrise Traylor. Right now, the Olympic hopeful trails Katy Ramsey of Davis, California by 14 points, giving Katy a healthy 7-second head start, but larger deficits have been overcome in the past, and Cherrise is certainly hopeful that history will repeat itself.
Cherrise, you've been smiling all day, even though you're behind. I got the feeling that somewhere deep down inside, you know you're going to win this thing.
Well, Larry, I'm not going to give up. I haven't given up. Do my best, and I think this will be a good thing for me right here. It's going to be good. I'm going to speed through it. I know I can win it.
Good enough. We'll be watching.
And when you possess the kind of speed that Cherrise does, that 7-second head start differential, not all that much. On course for the Gladiators underneath that hand bike. There they are, getting everybody pumped up. Storm and Diamond, and down the final straightaway, activating the gauntlet. It'll be Siren and Electra. And the Eliminator is brought to you by Starburst Fruit Chews. The juice is loose. Only one of these women will move on to the second round. They're both ultimately vying for a spot in the Grand Championship.
Katy Ramsey on the hand bike now. Here comes Cherrise Traylor. Does she have that finishing kick? Katy goes flying off that spinning cylinder. Cherrise just finally across on the hand bike now. She could make up some time. She has. Katy Ramsey trying to hang on to her lead. She's the first up the net. And now on the zip line, Cherrise having problems. Katy Ramsey, between her junior and senior years in high school, went through Army basic training so she could get tougher, has been plenty tough today. One final straightaway to go, and she's got it. Getting knocked around a bit by the gauntlet down there. She really can't find her rhythm, but she's over that last barrier and crosses the finish line. Katy Ramsey from Davis, California, moves on.
Grab your head, Katy. Hey, what, gal? That Army basic training came in handy in the Eliminator, didn't it?
It sure did, sir. Yeah, it really did, that coconut especially.
What went through your mind when you were on that cargo net and the other contender hit it right beside you?
I thought I have to be flawless. Every footstep has to be right. She caught up to me in a hurry.
She sure did. It was a great finish. Congratulations and welcome to the next round of the competition, Gal.
Thanks, Larry.
All right.
Katy's time, 59 seconds. Cherrise's time, 61. Just wasn't enough. Now on the men's side, the Dragon has breathed fire. Jayson Yao has built a 20-point lead on Vince Granger with equal parts skill and desire. As a result, Vince faces a 10-second deficit, but rugby players don't go quietly. This man could win it all if he's good. He's with Larry at the start line.
Vince, an old rugby player, I know you've been behind. You can do it again, can't you?
I hope so. I'm going to give it everything I got.
Good. I'll be watching, I hope.
Okay.
All right, man.
Vince Granger usually does. That's the name of his game, giving it everything he's got. But 10 seconds, a mighty big head start to make up. Maybe this will be the difference. This is him back home, running up hills. Looks like at the side of a freeway back in Maryland, but it's effective. At least Vince is hoping that's the case. Now, should the contenders fall off the hand bike, they will be assessed a 7-second penalty. There to enforce it, if need be, Viper and Turbo. And down the final straightaway, trying to make things difficult for our two contenders, it'll be Cyclone and Tower.
Pride on the line for Miami, Florida, and Silver Spring, Maryland. Jayson Yao, powerful up that reverse treadmill. Now the hand bike. Look how he uses both of his arms and his legs. Here comes Vince. Cargo net is usually where contenders make their mistakes. Jayson having some problem. Vince flying over there. He has made in. He has cut into some of that 10-second lead. But he too struggling a bit on the net. Jayson on the zip line. And enter the Dragon down the final straightaway. Jayson Yao flying over that wall. Trying to beat up those blocking dummies in the gauntlet. Pumps his fist, his whole family here. Jayson Yao has done it. His time, 47 seconds. And Vince Granger looked mighty good as well as he crosses the finish line too.
Jayson, you've been an avid competitor all day long. Your family's here in big numbers. How important was that to you all day?
Really important. They're a great motivating force, to spur me on. I just want to do them proud.
Well, you certainly have, and welcome to the next round of the competition.
Thanks a lot, Larry.
All right, Mike?
And Larry, with that kind of motivation, it made winning that much sweeter for Jayson Yao. Vince Granger did give it his best shot. Like we said, rugby players never go quietly. Vince certainly didn't do that. Our hats off to him as well. Well, coming up, our quest for the Grand Championship continues here on the American Gladiators with another preliminary round, our final one. Until then, for Larry Zonka and all of us, I'm Mike Adamley. Thanks so very much for joining us. See you next week, everyone.